Good evening, Dwayne. I know what you're thinking. I'm going to come on and tell you about how we had another awesome day at CFRN. We did. We had a great day. I'm not going to take up a lot of your time. We had our partners workshop tonight. That's a big night for us on Thursday nights. All the partners gather for a workshop from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern. And so I'm just going to show you what happened in the live trading room today. And at the very end, I'm going to give you the link and the password so that you can come join us tomorrow. What do you got to lose? All right. I'll be right back. Hi, it's Dwayne. I'm going to run through the trades for today from the Concierge Trade Alerts. If you check out our radio show broadcast, which we archive every day at emini.cfrn.net, at the beginning of the show you can catch Michael doing a recap of every single trade from the live trading room. So the live trading room, where we have a goal of $100 per contract per day, and where we teach you how to grow your account over a period of time by using the profits that you earn in the market to add additional contracts. We believe that the answer to the trading equation is not more points, it's more contracts. However, those contracts have to be paid for with profits you earned in the market. Otherwise, you're going to end up in the 90% line with all the other people that have blown up their accounts. Now, those numbers aren't true for the CFRN ecosystem. Why? Because each one of our partners has a private mentor, someone who meets with them on a daily basis, a weekly basis, twice a week, once a week, whatever's necessary, so that they actually learn how to trade. Now, we teach the whole group 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. But all you have to do is go to our personal mentoring page, find a day and a time that is convenient for you, and sign up. Once you become a CFRN mentoring partner, you have unlimited access to as much personal one-on-one mentoring as you need. Probably won't find that anywhere else. If you do, let me know. I'll be very interested. Now, S&P 500 today, boy, we did not set the world on fire. Now, that's one of the things that makes CFRN unique, other than we are in our second decade of broadcast history. There was only 2 3/4 points available per contract on the trade we sent out last night to buy the S&P at 2265. Now, our daily goal is only 2 points, so that met it, but on the Concierge Trade Alerts, we tend to shoot for a little bigger game. This vertical line represents the time, 8:30, that the alert actually went out. It actually went out at 8:15, but because these are 30-minute candles, best I could do is 8:30. So 2 3/4 points on the long side, 1 3/4 on the short side. Okay? All right. Let's move on down the road. You know what? This chart is wrong, because I have a ZSF chart here. This is supposed to be a YM chart, and somehow it got hijacked. YMH7. Okay. Now we're cooking. Okay. Let's go find last night's trade alerts. The ones that went out Wednesday. for the Thursday session. And on the YM, we said consider buying 19,840. $19,840. That'd be right about here. $19,840. Yeah. Buy 19,840. Okay. If you took that trade, very little risk. And the first run up took you to 868, which is 28 points. You only need 20 points to be done for the day. And the second run up took you all the way to 19,895. That's 55 points. At $5 per point. Now, S&P 500 pays $50 a point. The Dow pays $5 a point. Typically, for every point that the Dow is, for every point that the S&P is up, the Dow will be up 10 points. Vice versa. If the S&P is down a point, the Dow will be down 10 points. So you can see that 5 and 50, they still run pretty much hand in hand. On the short side of the YM, selling 9,740 never happened. So no short trigger. Next is bonds. Bonds, we said buy 148.18 if you have the chance. First move up, 4 points available. Second move up, 11 points available at 31.25 per tick. Now, by the time all this happens over here, we've already sent out the Thursday night alerts for the Friday session. See, the Friday session actually began at 6 p.m. Eastern. Next is the Nasdaq, the NQ. There was no short trigger. However, we said buy 49.40 if you get the chance. The first 30-minute candle that broke through the trigger paid 10 points times $20 per point. Fast math says that's $200. Back below the trigger, important prices, important areas are almost always tested. The next run is 21 points times $20 per point, and so that's a little over $400 per contract. Okay? All right. Next, we go to the soybeans, where it actually went 1.5 points in our favor, but you actually need 2 points to be done for the day, and so we just called it a stop out. On the buy side, if you bought 10.30, well, this first move up took you 8.5 points. Soybeans pay $50 per point, just like the S&P. So you can do the math in your head. 8.5 times 50. It's over $400. Price gets back below the trigger. Up we go again. Now you have 4 points times $50 per point. And back below the trigger, and up we go again. But that's getting into the next day. Okay? Can't say it enough. Been saying it for years. Important prices, important areas are almost always tested. People say, well, Dwayne, how do I know if it's an important price or an important area? Simple. It's in the email I send you every night. Gold. I said to sell 1140. First move down, there was $1,100 per contract available. Now, I doubt there was anyone with the stones to hold through this pullback when you've got $1,100 on the table per contract. But if you did, it actually dipped down and left $1,500 on the table. Now, whether you chose to get out here or here, we never get out at the exact swing low or swing high. Why? Because we trail our stop. That means when price starts to run back the other way, maybe you get out with 8, maybe you get out with 9, maybe you get out with 7. I can't say for sure. It's your trade. You know how tightly you want to trail. You can use our indicators. The indicators will tell you when to get out. And I'm assuming they're going to tell you to get out right at the close of this green candle. Okay? Next is the Russell. Not everybody trades the Russell because you have to pay for the data nowadays. We said to buy 1363. Swing high was 1376.50. $650 per contract available. The Russell used to pay $100 per contract or per point. It now only pays $50 per point. No short trigger. Okay? And last but not least, crude oil. Okay? We said to consider selling $50.60. Swing low was $49.95, which worked out to about $650 per contract available. Now the price is pulled back. Of course, you got stopped out. If you walked away from this trade with $400 per contract in your pocket, good for you. Remember, we believe in more contracts, not more points. Therefore, you start out with us. If you go through our mentoring program, you will spend as much time as it takes in sim until you can put together 10 consecutive profitable days. You then get the green light to go live, at which point you'll trade one contract until you've increased your account balance by $2,000. So you've got a nice cushion above your initial opening balance. Then you add a second contract, and now you're making $200 a day instead of $100 a day. And then we go on a calendar-based method. And that's all designed so that you can graduate as a 20-contract trader at the end of 24 months. 24 months may seem like a lifetime to a day trader. I assure you the time goes by pretty fast. Now, some of you are already experienced traders. You're not looking for a mentoring program. You're just looking for somebody who can give you some terrific entry spots on a daily basis. That is what this is all about. Okay? So we've covered crude, we've covered the Russell, we've covered gold, we've covered soybeans, we've covered the NQ, we've covered the bonds, we've covered the Dow, and we covered the ES. Okay? It's going to wrap it up for today. I'm going to make tomorrow a Friday open house, which means I'm going to put in the post that accompanies this video, I'm going to give you the link and the password so you can come in for a day, see what we do, see how we do it, see if it's something that you think might be right for you, and if it is, then next week you can spend the entire week taking a 1-week free trial. Okay? Now, when I say free trial, what's the catch? Well, let's see. You don't need a credit card. We provide a platform and our proprietary indicators. If you have a Ninja or a multi-charts platform, then you don't need our platform. You can just use our indicators for the whole week. And at the end of the week, you will have paid how much? Zero. Nothing. Nada. Zip. 9. Mm-hmm. It really is free. There's no trick. There's no catch. It's free. If you want to take the Concierge Trade Alert trial, I'm going to hit you up for $1. $1. At the end of your 5 consecutive trading day free trial, which means you can start on a Friday and it'll run through next Thursday, that's going to cost you $1, okay? Now, after the free trial, you have a day to decide if this is right for you. Do you want to go on the quarterly plan? Do you want to go on the annual plan? If you decide you don't want to go on any plan, you simply log into your PayPal account and you cancel the subscription. And guess what? All you ever spend is that $1. And if somehow you felt you didn't get your dollar's worth, you let me know, and I will mail you personally a brand new, crisp $100 bill. Fair enough? All right. Let me send you back over to myself, and then we'll wrap this thing up. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for a few minutes. I really do hope I see you tomorrow morning in the live trading room. And while you're there, don't waste time. Ask questions. What are you doing? Why'd you do that? What does that mean? What's a BBC? What's an MA1? What do you mean bullish divergence? What's going on here? You have to become an active participant in your own success if you hope to become a professional trader who trades for a living. If you think the markets are just going to jump up someday and just shove a bunch of money in your trading account, friend, that's never going to happen. You are going to have to buckle down. The first thing we have you do is write your business plan, then your trading plan, then you read through the 24/20 blueprint. You and I spend some time together in one-on-one mentoring sessions, and then you begin putting together your 10 consecutive days in SEM so that you can actually go live. We have the tools. We have the knowledge. All you have to bring is the patience, the discipline, and we'll teach you how to think in probabilities. All right, let's back out of here and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, as I mentioned, tomorrow is going to be Open House Friday. So wherever you see this video posted, if you look right below, you'll see the link to the live trading room. You'll see the password. We're open from 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Come spend 2 hours, ask a lot of questions, and then make a decision if next week you want to actually take the free trial. It really is free, 100%, no credit card required, no gotcha, no obligation, no nothing. You see, we have a community of really happy campers, and that's how we want it to stay. And so, come see what we got. Come see what we do. Come see how we do it. You may have blown up accounts in the past. You may have had scandalous outfits, take thousands of dollars from you. It's not going to happen with us. Integrity, transparency, those are our hallmarks. When we put this company together, Michael and I thought long and hard about everything that was wrong with every trading room we'd ever been in, and trust me, we've been in a lot of them. We said, we're going to make a place where people will feel appreciated, where people will be treated with dignity and respect. And on top of that, we're actually going to teach them how to trade. Do you want to learn how to trade? Show up tomorrow morning, 9:30, and your journey begins. I hope I see you there. Have a good night.